we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And off we go from Denver. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The gun, Geis. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, this is Geis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Switch.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brought down at the
With success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Former Steeler, this is Le'Veon Bell, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The ball carrier.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Throwing now is Mahomes. Off to Geis on the screen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Lock off of play action. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Locke. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The 2nd-year man Locke to the rookie Judy for a Bronco 1st.
Yard line.
Check, check. Kill. Check 4. Check
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Locke working out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
37-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Go. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I got you. Mike 27. Go.
Play action. Now it's Locke. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. The give to Taylor. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Lock on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Chiefs nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First down, Kansas City.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Mahomes now on first down. He gets it in the hands of Geis. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and 10.
And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. You're out. Block it.
Now Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the...
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run with Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check 50, check 50. Check. Back to the mic.
On first down, Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the...
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes able to find his running back, Geis. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff down to Geis, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 43. 43. Let's see what you got. 56 to Mike, bro. 56. Check 56. You got to get the ball until you get those hands. Man, it's good to see you out there.
So that'll back him up 5. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Check 53, Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Bravo. 3 to Mike.
Shotgun snap to Locke.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but works and clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check 31. under 10.
They run with Taylor. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Jonathan Taylor.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Locke, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Denver, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.